Hi, I'm Ted from AMON AMARTH, and you're watching Loud TV. I mean, the idea came from this story. It's like one of the last battles between the Vikings and the Englishmen in England at Stamford Bridge. I mean, a Berserker, as you said, is like the most badass warrior you can think of. He's like, he fears nothing, he doesn't feel pain, and he's wild. He's like he's on drugs almost. So everybody fears a Berserker. And at this point, you know, they were fighting the Viking army. No, the Viking army was fighting the Englishmen, but the Englishmen were quite a few more than the Vikings. But since they were on the bridge, and he was holding the bridge all by himself against hundreds of Englishmen, just because of his aggression and his lack of fear, you know. So they were trying to take over the bridge, but he would stop them, and in the end they had to go into the river with long spears and stab him from underneath. That was the only way to kill him, because they tried everything else. And so I mean, a story like that deserves a song, I think, and an album title. It's powerful. Yeah, I mean, we all interested in this thing, but Johan is the guy, our singer. Of course, he's the one who reads all these stories. He really likes that, so that's why he writes all the lyrics, because he knows all the stories and all the history. But I mean, we keep up with all this stuff too, you know. You have to, if you're in a band like this. People are going to ask you all the time about different mythology, and every time you meet fans or do interviews, they will have questions. So you have to be educated in this field, otherwise you're going to be there standing like a fool. All these stories are great stories for, like, you can read them for kids, but they're also, a lot of them is also interesting for adults. I mean, it's such a great like treasure of cool myths and stories. And it's been like this for in all the times, like all ages. People have been telling stories and myths and all that. It's been interesting for people for forever, and it's going to be the same in the future. So we're just trying to spread our history to the rest of the world. We will see what kind of stage. We're thinking about stage all the time, but I mean, for AMON AMARTH, artwork and everything is it's a unity. You know, it's not only music. It's album cover, and it's stage production, backdrops. Everything is important to us. So of course we have it's a lot of work put into this cover and story and everything. We used a new guy. You know, we've used the same guy for a couple of album covers now, but we decided to switch. It's an American guy. I don't remember his name in my head right now, but he's done a couple of covers before for other bands, and he's really talented. You know, we just gave him all the ideas we had, and he came back with a really great cover. So we're really pleased with that. Yeah, I mean, we like to change it a little bit. I mean, we recorded 2 times in England with Andy Sneap, and I mean, we felt like we always try to find new ways to push ourselves too. I mean, if you record too many times with the same guy, you will get comfortable. You know, you don't have this adrenaline anymore, like a new feeling of something new. And I mean, luckily, since Sneap couldn't record it anyway because he was out with Judas Priest, so it was a good choice to change. And we wanted to do something a bit warmer climate, you know, recording in England, winter time a couple of times. Now it's raining, it's cold, it's pretty miserable sometimes. So we felt like, let's do something more comfortable. And then we start looking. LA is a great area, classic rock and roll town, a lot of studios, a lot of producers. So we decided to go to LA and record with Jay Ruston. I mean, Jay Ruston mixed our live DVD, The Pursuit of Vikings, so that was the first time we worked with him, and we were really happy with the result of the DVD, and then also the ideas he had to how to record the album, a little bit different from Andy Sneap, the way we recorded the song by song instead of doing all the songs like in a row, all the drums, all the guitars. We did one song. When that was finished, we put that to the side, start with the next song. So it's always fresh. You were always working, like, instead of waiting 2 weeks and then start your job, which is, it's much more fun to be there, do a little bit at a time. And then also you could go back after a week to let this song mature a little bit, and then you go back and then maybe you change a little bit because everything was set up all the time. So it was fun recording. But I think the biggest improvement on this album compared to the other ones is that our producer is a bass player too. So he would, I think my bass got a lot more room in the mix. So you will hear my bass a lot more on this album than the previous, I think. Always try to, it's fun to try new stuff, you know, and we had some acoustic guitar, some piano, and like orchestral stuff, you know, to make it more like a movie soundtrack. And on this song we actually felt like maybe we should have some more clean vocals or talk. In the beginning it was just about him talking, but it kind of became vocals, and we thought it sounded pretty good, so we decided to keep it, and like something fresh for the fans too. And it's fun for us to record, and hopefully you guys will like it too. We don't write songs like on purpose to be good live, but I think our way to write songs works very well live. You know, it's our style is very live music style. We don't think that we have to write a song that works live, but the songs we write do usually work very good live. So it's a good combo, because today live show is an important part of a band. You know, you cannot live on albums alone. So you need to do shows and get out there. Yeah, the good show, the really good show, where the audience is, when the audience is crazy, you go into this focus, 100% focus, where you don't care about anything around. You do your thing, and you take all the energy from the audience into yourself, and then you give it back from your side. So I think it's like, it's a lot of energy for those really good shows. People usually ask me, like, do you like big festival shows best or small club shows best? And they're like two completely different things, you know. Sometimes playing in front of 50,000 people in an outdoor like festival is great feeling, but then you go inside to a small venue where it's sweaty and like you get close to the audience. It's as much fun that way, because you get these two different feelings, you know. I wouldn't want to miss any of those. It's gonna be hard to beat Iron Maiden. I mean, that's my favorite band all time. But I mean, there will be, well, all these old bands, you know, they're starting to quit, and you know, they get too old to play, or they don't want to play anymore. So there will be spots that need to be filled with new bands, and of course we're gonna do everything we can to take a spot like that. You know, that's. These are bands we look up to. Iron Maiden, for example, their stage production, their live shows, it's something that inspires us a lot. So of course we're gonna we're going to try our best to become an arena band, or like do arena shows at least in smaller venues. So many bands that want to be the best or the biggest or the coolest, so you can never relax. You know, you have to focus even more, because now people, since more and more bands do bigger shows, people expect more show, not only like go listen to music, because you can do that on a CD, but you want to have the rest. You know, you want to have the show, the atmosphere, the everything. So you have to give them, the audience, what they like, and otherwise other bands will come take your spot. So.